there's an element to this where I almost was falling too much into the almost like the performance aspect of this. Like, Mark's being conscious, oh, good Mark. Mark's being not conscious,
Yeah,
bad Mark. You know what I mean? Like in this
yeah.
very binary judgment of my own spiritual path or my own level of consciousness or awareness. And what's kind of becoming clearer to me, I do think sometimes we're almost viewing ourselves, while there can be choice in different things, we are also influenced by our environment, right? So
Mm,
it's this kind of really interesting part, whereas like a lot of this is almost to me feels like training for can you handle not viewing this in a very linear kind of one step after the other, but in this kind of more magical, like magical in the sense of like it doesn't fit the constructs of my mind and my belief system growing up, and these kind of things. It's almost like a training for an expansion of being able to handle more consciousness, and it's super
right.
interesting. Like,
Mm,
just instead of us thinking that we have to sprint to an end point like we do with a lot of hobbies that we pick up or things in which we compete against each other, you don't have to do this tomorrow. Like, life is just with our intention and then its co-creation between life, the solar system, the planets, whatever. It's like this mad kind of like opening yourself up to handle whatever it evolves into next.
I agree. I think it's yeah, it is like I said, it's not about the competition or the ego part of yourself saying, "Oh, well done, I did this," and I've achieved a particular harmony of living in existence with awareness and servitude to life. I think it has to be something that just is. And that's probably the hardest thing, as our current social standard is not about just being. Um, Society requires us to be doing and achieving. That's like the biggest message we've all been ingrained with. It's like, what are you doing and how are you striving and how are you achieving more through that sense of doing? Um, and then the absolute opposite of that is how can you just be as you are and witness the sense of evolution going on within you as you engage with a sense of harmony towards being in life. And that to me, I think is probably the greatest thing to do is to just be and be in harmony as it unfolds. Because like you say, it's not really a race. It's not going to just suddenly happen once you reach that point and then suddenly everything's going to open up. I think if anything, it is just a matter of allowing the energy to slowly acclimatize within yourself. Like you say, the idea of the plug or the ability to build a sense of strength of holding a certain amount of energy current through you. And that comes with a sense of constantly being a vessel of holding, being a vessel of witnessing, allowing yourself to be a bridge between a mundane and a brighter sense of enlightenment, and then becoming that, being it and holding, being that bridge between the two. And that is, I think, one of the hardest things as a society. We all find that we find that kind of the biggest challenge is to just be.